George Soros is obviously a sociopath. You know, try to find that video. I have not been able to find it, but thank goodness we still have that actual interview, because that tells a whole lot about somebody with a comment about that. Because you know, there's no taking that out of context. I mean, he thought he was being diplomatic and saying the right thing there, and he exposed himself. I mean, he sounds like Dexter. I don't know if you're familiar with Dexter, but the sociopath killer, serial killer. But anyway, so he's in the news, Soros, being tied to Al Jazeera, and Al Jazeera is obviously anti-Israel, yet Soros, a Hungarian Jew, funds this organization that's anti-Israel. So it doesn't add up. And you'll find this characteristic with Karl Marx. You'll find it with the Rothschilds. We all know that they were behind both sides of the major world wars. So they're not concerned about the tribe of Judah and concerned about. So why is Soros important? Well, one, because it's important to notice that he is the name attributed to the New World Order, and he is considered a puppet master when it comes to conservative talk radio and mainstream Republican news. So that tells you one thing there. And then straight out of the guy's mouth, the guy's obviously a sociopath. It's easily documented that Soros financially backs MoveOn.org, Media Matters, which is connected to Al Jazeera. And there's another thing. George Soros is kind of like the front man for the Democrats. He's an attack dog for anything that is anti-Republican. So we know that when it comes to the puppet masters and the globalists, they don't care whether it's a Republican or a Democrat. They use both sides. So Soros sounds like a puppet to me. He's much, obviously he's not a government official, he's not a senator, he's not a president, but he is definitely being told what to do, or at least being controlled. Now, another interesting thing is that he doesn't seem to care about the tribe of Judah. He doesn't care about Israel. Yet he is a Hungarian Jew. He is a internationalist. He is part of the New World Order, of course. I mean, if you read what he talks about, he's definitely an internationalist. So that's important to note, because this guy will hide behind his people, his quote-unquote people, his brother Judah. Yet he doesn't seem to care about him. But when he gets into trouble, he starts shouting Nazi. If you go to my blog, conspiracyfactdaily.blogspot.com, just a brilliant move. He's getting interviewed on CNN, and they're talking about Glenn Beck bringing out some of the atrocities that Soros has been involved in. I mean, truth. And Soros' reaction is to compare the truth and Beck to the Nazis, to the propaganda of Hitler. So anytime he gets into trouble, or you get close to one of these power players like Soros, they use the tribe of Judah and they hide behind it, but they don't seem to even really care about it, because from time and time again, you can use Marx, Rothschild, Soros, all these guys, their actions speak much. They speak much louder than their words. Their actions contradict this act they put on. Their actions contradict who they are. They could care less about Israel, and they could care less about Judah. So when you hear people go on and on about how the Jews run the world, that is nonsense. The idea that descendants of the tribe of Judah control the world and control the banking system. That is simply not true, and you are falling into their plan. They use that. They hide behind that. It has nothing to do with Jews. So Soros, yeah, I mean, we should keep an eye on the guy, but there are bigger fish to keep an eye on. He's a sociopath. He could care less about Israel. And anybody who tries to start to dig into who he really is, they get labeled a Nazi. conspiracyfactdaily.blogspot.com. Boy, if you haven't seen it, I got the video on there where the 3-year-old kid is searched by TSA and essentially molested. It is horrible. But we've got to share that kind of stuff with people, because I think people are really starting to wake up to how ridiculous we have gotten since 9/11. All right, talk to you later.